friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eva and this is my cozy little corner of the internet, and today we are doing our weekly WIP and chat video. WIP, WIP stands for work in progress, and today we're doing a little bit of a different work in progress, but this one is mine. This painting underneath is also a WIP because I was too lazy to move it off my desk before we started, but I'm going to be working on this little mini kit, so I'll explain that in a minute. And chat simply stands for chat. So if this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, welcome. And if you come and join me for WIP and chats every week, welcome back. So let me explain what exactly we're doing this week, and then I'm going to show you my accessories. I don't do this every single WIP and chat just because my accessories don't change very often, but I have gained a few new people, and so I thought we would go over a few things today. So it is March, and when I'm filming this, it is actually St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day. And I am taking part in a couple of different diamond painting events in March. So one of them is a Randall Spangler event called Draw with Spangler. One is Stoke Your Dragonfire, and the other is Mini DP Madness. So I will try to remember to link everyone down below that is relevant to those things. We're over halfway through the month, so I guess you could still join them. I don't know. I know that oh, and I'm participating in Mermaids Magic. So that's 4. Mermaids Magic goes all the way to April. So I do know that. So you could still participate in Mermaids Magic if you wanted to. This big diamond painting that's underneath here that you can see is my entry for Stoke Your Dragonfire, Draw with Spangler, and Mermaids Magic. Like, I just tripled up. So Mermaids Magic, you have plenty of time to still join. The other ones, I believe, all end at the end of the month, but I will try to remember to link everyone down below so you can go look for yourself. I'll try to find relevant Facebook groups and things like that as well. But today I need to do my mini kit for the week, so I'm going to show you the other mini kits in this set that I've already done. So this is the 90s set from Diamond Art Club. So everything you see here as far as diamond paintings go, like this big one is also Diamond Art Club. So I'm going to show you the ones I've already done. These ones have already been entered, and then I have this one, and I have a lava lamp that I have not done yet. So I'm doing this one this week and the lava lamp next week because I don't have any more minis to do and enter and all of that. So this is the first one. This was a cute little cell phone, and then we had this little Game Boy, or like gaming console, I think is what they were calling it, on the actual thing. And honestly, they look so much more detailed like in the camera lens than they do, like I have to really hold them back in real life to see them, but that's okay. And then this is a Discman, so cute, and a personal computer. So those are the 4 that I have done. There are 6 total in the set. So like I said, I have the lava lamp is the last one that I have to complete, and then I'm done with this set. But unfortunately, I didn't think about the fact that these minis would not take me very long. So if they bring this event back next year, I will just make sure that I have like 4 to 6 mini sets, because then I could do like a whole set a week, because I could easily get these done in a week. But these are square drills, and they are 100% comprised of specials. So they're all fairy dust. Well, they're mostly fairy dust. So there's 25 colors in total, and they are mainly fairy dust, but there is 1 crystal, 1 electro, 1 frosted, and 1 AB in this as well. So just so you're aware, this one, it looks like, has the frosted, which is the 4. And it has the electro, but I don't think it has any other specials in it, but I could be wrong. It might have the AV. I don't remember what the AV is in this. I was trying to find it. It doesn't look like it has the AV in it. So that is that. So this is what we're going to work on for today. So I'm going to just rip off this whole plastic sheet. So these words here, that's part of the plastic sheet. So that's not like printed on your canvas. I kind of wish that they had printed on the canvas, just because on like our big canvases it's printed on there, but whatever. Okay. So I've ripped that off. Let's go over accessories really quick. I should have done that before I took this off. So I have my trusty Harley Quinn pen that I usually use. I do have a set of Diamond Art Club tweezers. These are old ones that came like in an old kit. I've had these for literal years. I believe you can buy like a 3-pack now. And then in my single placer on my pen, I have these chocolate caramel peanut cluster snap dots. Let me see if I can get them in the camera. Here we go. I'm using my laptop as a viewfinder, but here we go. And then in my single placer, I have some Pure Bliss Wax Co. putty. It is my like custom putty from my collab putty from last winter. That will come back in the winter time. And then for trays, I have 2 different trays. So I wanted to make sure that I showed these on here. I've shown the big trays from Diamond Art Club. These are the mini trays. So this one came with this set of minis. You get like a whole toolkit, right? So you get like a pin, the twist and pick pin, a thing of red heart wax, a refill for your twist and pick pen of the wax that they use for that, and then some placers and some baggies, and then you get this smaller tray. So they have 2 different size trays. They have this one and then a larger tray, and all of the small kits come, like all of these, and then like Ari had gotten some stickers. It came with a small tray. So you literally have everything in the kit that you would need. And then I also have this tray. This is actually the tray that I'm going to be using, which is from Ditsy's Diamond Den. This was the pink and black event tray, so you can't get this one anymore, but I'm going to use my pink and black event tray. But I want to make sure that I showcase this. I don't love these trays. I don't like how wide the lines are in these. And then the stoppers, this stopper is pretty good, but sometimes the stoppers will like come out on their own, and that's kind of annoying as well. So I'm going to put this tray away, but I just want to make sure I showcase that. Because someone did ask in a WIP chat if you get like a different size tray if you buy a smaller thing. So we are going to use my Ditsy's Diamond Den tray, just simply because this spout fits perfectly inside my jars, because I am using round jars. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. And we will talk. I don't know what to really talk about. So, okay. First of all, I guess we can do like a life. I guess we'll start with life update. So, if you watched my last vlog. So, I've been doing week in the life vlogs. I've been back on that grind. And if you watched my last one, you'll know that it was pretty short, actually. It was not a very long vlog. It was only 2 clips because I completely forgot to, like, do a closeout clip. And so I ended up having to just, like, type it up, but it's okay. And you'll know that that is because the grief last week was crazy. I ended up doing some extra therapy sessions. I might have to adjust my light because okay, I'm actually, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna set this on a book. Okay, anyway, I ended up having to do some extra therapy last week, which was fine, but I did talk about it a little bit in my WIP, or in my week in the life vlog, and I had a couple people reach out to me, so I thought that I would address it. So I don't really talk about my therapy or my faith on the internet. This is not because I'm like ashamed of it or anything like that. There's just some things, first of all, I don't feel like people necessarily care about, but also some things that I like to keep for myself. So I don't tend to talk about it a lot. Now, I brought it up because I feel like when I am in a heavy grief state, people can tell, and it can come off as very strange. I tend to self-isolate when I'm grieving. On top of, there's been some other like behind the scenes things that I'm not going to put on the internet that I've been dealing with. So that extra stress on top of the grief has been a lot. So, and I knew that like coming in and only having 2 updates for a week-long vlog would seem really weird, and so there was that. Also, this silver gem is an electro diamond. I don't even know if it's picking up on camera, but I guess I'll see in editing. Anyways, so I knew that people would probably be concerned. So I was like, well, I'll just get ahead of it and I'll just say something and whatever. So, it also doesn't help that like the weather, we got like fake spring and now it's like back to snow and cold, and we have like blizzard conditions over the weekend. So, like, that's not super, like, helpful for, like, you know, my mood or whatever. So, there's also that. But, yeah. So, I wanted to just address that because I did have some people that reached out to me. I do do my own thing for, like, church and stuff like that. I don't have a church that I can attend like in person regularly, but my cousin's church, which is the church that when I do attend church publicly, like in person, that's the church that I attend. And so, her church does online services as well. So I usually just watch those, and then of course like I have my Bible and all that. So it's really just, yeah, I just don't tend to put it on the internet. And let me think what else. I did talk about this in my weekend life, but I know not everyone watches the vlogs, so I try to like reiterate things just in case you don't watch the vlog. So if any of this is repeating for you, thank you for watching the vlogs. I did finish one book last week, which was Revolve. I read that with Brittany. We've read that entire series. Well, we've read all but one of the books together at this point. So the only book we didn't read together was Spiral. She read it at some other point in time. Actually, she read it while I was filming her reading my friend's favorite books vlog, because I ended up adding it to the vlog because she was like, you have to read this, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just add it to your vlog, like it's fine. And then we ended up buddy reading Collide, which is the first one, and then we just buddy read Revolve, which was the third one. And I gave Revolve 6 stars. I believe she gave it 5 stars. So we really did like that one, which is really nice because Collide for both of us was the lowest rated book. I think for me, I can't speak for Brittany, okay? But for me, Collide, while I liked the book, I didn't like the couple quite as much as I liked the couple in Spiral and the couple in Revolve. And so it only got 4 stars. Collide only got 4 stars. And I don't think that my rating would have been different if I had read them like in publication order. I just don't think that I had the same connection. Like, I think I would have, now, I could have seen myself giving Collide, like, 5 stars, with no other context, right? Like, if I'd read them in publication order, like, if I'd read them in series order, because they are interconnected standalones, I guess I could have seen myself giving it, like, a 5-star, and then, but then I think I would have lowered the rating, because I've been known to do that. So, oops. But I don't think I would have given Collide a 6-star regardless, just because it didn't have, I don't think it would have had a 6-star feeling for me. So, there's that. I am reading some other books, but we'll get to the book segment later. Let me think. Is there anything else? This, I don't know if this is picking up. I think it is picking up on camera because I can see it in the viewfinder, but these are very shiny in person, especially because I use an overhead light. I don't use I have an astigmatism, so I can't use the, like, a light pad. I do own one, but I don't use it because it doesn't do for me what it seems to do for other people. This is like, I don't know why I'm having issues getting them straight. It's fine. Okay. Let me think. Is there anything else lifey? Oh, the kids are home from school this week because it is spring break. I know some people call it like March break or whatever. I'm pretty sure they also have the Friday before Easter off. I have to double check. But I feel like their spring break is, actually, it might be the same. I was gonna say I feel like their spring break is earlier this year, but I don't think it is, now that I think about it, because my brother went on a trip last year for spring break, and I feel like it was around this same time. So, yeah, they have spring break this week, which kind of sucks because we got snow, Monday. No, we got snow Sunday, and then into yesterday, because I'm filming this on Tuesday evening. So yeah, we got snow. We had blizzard conditions Sunday into Monday morning, and then yeah, we didn't leave the house at all yesterday because it was just so cold. But I did get up and take Ari to the library this morning for story time, which, like, was fine. It's really cold outside, and the cold did not really help with, like, I don't know, I'm having some weird chronic things. I'm having a weird chronic flare-up again, and so the cold does not, like, help with that. It actually tends to make it worse. So there's that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else lifey. I don't think so. I think that's really all the life things. Oh, I will be doing a diamond painting order, I think, this week, so I'm really excited for that. I'm ordering a kit that is, like, Easter themed. Okay, so it's Easter themed, but I'm going to be doing it for my grandma. So I don't think she watches my channel. Hopefully she doesn't. I don't know. Grandma, if you're watching this, please click away. But I have been wanting to do a diamond painting for my grandma. The problem is that my grandma lives in, like, she doesn't have a ton of wall space. Like, she has some wall space, but she can't have anything, like, really huge. Like, she just doesn't have room for anything really huge on her wall. So I've been looking on Diamond Art Club because I was like, because they have a lot of really nice like religious paintings, you know, like Christianity paintings and stuff. I think they do have some other ones as well, but my grandma is a Christian, and so I wanted to find her one, and I wanted to do it for her. The problem is, so there was a big nativity scene, which I still want to do that one, but I don't think she has room to hang it up. Like, I want to do it just, like, for myself, you know what I mean? But originally I wanted to do that one for my grandma, and I was like, I don't think she has anywhere to hang this. Like, it's huge. So I was just really on the lookout for another kit, but I wanted it to be smaller. Like, I needed it to be like a 20 by 20 inch or a 22 by 22 inch, which I'm not sure what that is in centimeters. I'm sorry. But then they did their Easter drop, and I went and I looked, and there were a couple of different Easter kits that I wanted, but most of them sold out. But they had this one that has like a cross, and it's really pretty. And I was like, oh, this one would be perfect because it's 22 by 22 inches. So I was like, this is the size point that I'm looking for. It's also rounds. Okay, it's also rounds. And I don't even want to say that I'm necessarily partial to rounds. I've been doing a lot of squares here recently. So I do really like squares, but I was like, this would be perfect because I had been looking to do another round kit anyways, because it's been a little while since I did a round kit. The last round that I completed was Makeup Routine by Mrs. Butter D. The last two kits that I've been working on were squares. So I did Prideful Pear, which there is a poster review for that on my channel. And then I've also been doing this one down here on my table, which is Bubble Fairies. And then, of course, these minis are all squares, right? So I was like, you know, it's time for a round. And they didn't have a ton of round kits in this Easter drop. It was that one, which I think it's called like Glorious Morning or something. And then I think there might have been one other one that dropped around the same time that was round. So they had one that was like very Easter, like it literally said Happy Easter on it, but it was pretty big. And I was like, and it had like bunnies all over it, which like is fine. Okay, I'm not against cutie bunnies like at all. It's just that if I'm doing this for my grandma, I would prefer that it be more of like, I guess like Easter as far as like Christians would celebrate it. Now my grandma always did like the bunnies and the eggs and stuff with us, but yeah, I was like, what can I give my grandma? So I had found this one, and originally I was just gonna do it just because I liked it, but then I was like, okay, yeah. So then yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, okay, I'll just do it for my grandma, but I'm gonna have to frame it when I get done with it. So I'm gonna do it and then frame it for her, and then I don't know, next time I see her, basically I'll give it to her the next time that I see her, as long as it's framed, but I don't want to give it to her before it's framed. So what is going on? Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to be doing that kit, and I'm actually I'm trying to think, because technically I have two kits currently kitted up. I have this one and then another square kit that is a WIP from 2026 or 2025 that I need to complete, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do with those drills because they're taking up quite a bit of room in my storage. And this kit, I think that I'm ordering, has 52 colors in it, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so I'm trying to decide what I want to do with these drills. I'm contemplating kitting it back down into baggies and then taping the stickers back onto the thing, but I've not really decided. My other option is to take this thing out and just work on it and just get it done. It won't be featured on my channel at all. Like, I'm literally gonna, like, I'm not even gonna tell you what the kit is. I'm just gonna do it and then that's it. I don't want it on my channel, first of all. Second of all, I really hate this kit. Like, and here's the thing. I have worked on it's an older DAC kit, and I've worked on older DAC kits. I cleared my stash out last year, and so I had quite a few older square DAC kits. And when I say older, I mean prior to, like, they were released prior to 2023, which is the year that I started diamond painting. And some of the diamond paintings that I cleared out were released originally like in 2020 to 2021. And the thing with those kits, I missed a 2. I know I did because I saw it. Yeah, I see it. Okay. And the thing with those kits is, because I started at the end of 2023 diamond painting, there were a lot of those kits that, like, hadn't been recharted, they hadn't been redone. It was before Diamond Art Club, like, tightened up their square grid. Like, I get it, okay? The issue that I'm currently, like, the issue that I'm personally having with this kit is the gapping is insane. And, like, it's insane in dark colors, and that bothers me. And I think that it's because I've worked now on Prideful Pear, and I've also worked on this kit, which is called Bubble Fairies. And the grid on this kit is very tight, like, to the point that I've had some drills pop as I'm working on the kit, just because, like, if I try to move, oh no, I just put that in the wrong spot. It's okay. Because if I try to, like, shimmy the drills around, sometimes they'll pop off. I mean, it is a tight grid, which is fine. I don't think that I prefer a grid so tight that they're creating popping drills. I feel like I should have a little bit of give. Like, I should be able to move drills around at least a little bit. Like, I should be able to, like, shove them into place without worrying about them popping off. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, that's just the reality, is that they've tightened their grid. Now, I do like that they've tightened their grid. I'm pretty sure they've also tightened their round grid. And I'm not the only person who thinks this. They haven't said anything, but I'm not the only person that thinks this, so I'm pretty sure it's true. But this grid on this older DAC is so loose. Like, the gapping is insane. So usually gapping won't bother me that much, because that's okay. Like, there can be a little bit of gapping. I'm okay with a little bit of give, you know, in between drills or whatever, because usually the dark colors, you can't see the gapping. This one, you can see the gapping. Like, if I hold the kit up to the light, you can see where all the gapping is. It does not matter how much I move drills around. It does not matter how careful I am. I literally, just to test it, I did a whole section of the background, which is a pretty large section. It's my fault because I made such a big section. I think when I pull it back out, because I think I'm going to pull it back out, I've got to just work on it and get it over with. And I think that when I pull it back out, I'm going to actually chop that section in half. Not literally chop it in half, but, like, I'm just going to kind of, I'm going to cut my plastic so that half the plastic is laying down on top of the drill field. But I did a section of it where I single placed, like, I checkerboard single placed a pretty large chunk of this kit, and that did nothing for the gapping. So it's just the chart itself and, like, the canvas, and that's fine, but it also makes me hate it. So I've got to figure out I've either got to finish it or I've got to figure out a different storage solution, because it is taking up, or I've got to buy more storage. Like, that's basically it, because it's taking up a large chunk of my storage. And when I get this Easter kit, I want to be able to work on it, because it is a very, it's a very Easter, very spring kit. So I don't want to be working on this kit in, like, July when I bought it as like an Easter kit to be worked on in the spring. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, so I've got to figure that out. See, and I don't think I even have enough bottles. I was gonna say, I guess I could put it in my bottle storage, but I don't think I actually have enough bottles because some of the colors have just like a ton of color in them. So I don't even think that that's an option really. So I'm gonna have to think about it. I might just, honestly, I might just pull it out and tell myself, you know what? If I work on it like an hour a day, I think I tried to put too many drills down. If I worked on it like an hour a day, I could get it done. And I'm not like, it will be kept track of. It will count as a finish, of course. I just won't be featuring it on my channel. So I think if I just pull it out and I just make myself work on, like, I did this with another kit. I don't remember what kit it was, but when I first started diamond painting, I had bought, actually I do know what kit it was. When I first started diamond painting, I had bought kind of a selection of diamond paintings when I found DAC. So I didn't know anything about squares. I hadn't done any squares. So I bought a couple of smaller square kits. Like I bought square kits that were about the same size as some of the rounds that I was doing. And when I first started diamond painting, squares were not my friend. Like I did not like squares. Squares and I did not get along. And so when I got this kit, I remember I was so frustrated with it and I didn't want to work on it. And so a friend of mine had said, just work on it an hour a day. Like literally set a timer, work on it for an hour, and oh, I just missed a couple of those, dang it. And then when your hour is up, then you can put it away, like, for the day. Like, you don't need to look at it again. And so my solution with that was that I had 2 diamond paintings going, which I need to go back to doing that anyway. I operate much better when I have more than one diamond painting to choose from, because maybe one day I don't want to work on a certain diamond painting, or I've been using a WIP wheel here recently where my WIP wheel picks the diamond painting that I work on and how many sections. But currently, other than that other WIP, the only WIP I have going is this big dragon one. But anyways, so yeah, she had said to me, just work on it for 1 hour a day, and then when your hour is up, you can put it away. You don't have to think about it again until tomorrow. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this other WIP, is I'm just going to make myself work on it an hour a day. So I'm going to finish, I have a section on this one that I'm currently working on, but I wanted to work on this this one's a little more, like, got a lot more color in it, so I think it's going to take me a little bit more than an hour to do this one, but that's okay. Anyway, I wanted to do this mini kit today on this whip and chat, but when the whip and chat is over and I've finished this mini kit, what I will do is I will finish the section of this diamond painting that I'm currently on. I am supposed to do a whole row of it, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out that other kit and I'm going to work on it for 1 hour. Like, I'm literally going to set a 1 hour timer. I'm going to work on it for 1 hour while I, like, listen to an audiobook or something. Actually, I'll probably watch Pride and Prejudice while I'm doing it. And then when that hour is up, it will get put away. Like, whether the section is done or not, I will put it away, and then I will take it back out. Like, I will bring it out every day for an hour. And I think that I will make it so that I am only working on it during my working hours. So for anyone who's new here, I currently do YouTube full time. So my working hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I will only pull it out, like, say, now I have to work on it for an hour, but say I don't pull it out until 4 p.m., then I will work on it from 4 to 5, and then I will put it away. But say that, like, I forget to pull it out, because I feel like there's going to be a day where I just don't think about it, and I don't think to pull it out. Because I really love working on this Bubble Fairies by Spangler. I love this kit. Like, I have literally no complaints about this kit. Like, I can't wait to do a post review. But say that I just forget one day to pull it out, I'm not going to make myself pull it out at 8 p.m. just to get my hour done. Sorry. I will just I think I've decided that it will be like my work day kit. So I need to pull it out during the work day, work on it for an hour, and then put it away, which means that I may not get it pulled out during the weekend. My weekends are a little weird most of the time. Like, I don't do a ton of reading on the weekends. Sometimes on Saturdays I will, because I have sprints on my channel on Saturdays. So sometimes on Saturdays I will, but I don't want it on my channel, so I won't pull it out during, like, my Saturday sprints or anything like that. But Monday through Friday, I'm going to have myself work on it for 1 hour. It might take me 6 months to finish this kit, but I'm going to finish it, and I think that's how I'm going to tackle it. I will just turn something on, an audiobook or a show. I think I might just let myself watch a show. I don't usually watch shows during my work day. I usually am listening to books, but I think my exception will be that I can watch a show or some YouTube during the workday if I'm working on this kit. Because if I turn on like a WIP and chat, most WIP and chats are an hour. I could listen to a WIP and chat, and then when the WIP and chat is over, that's my hour, you know? Because then sometimes I'll be working on it for a full hour. Sometimes I'll be working on it for more than an hour, but I have to do at least an hour. So, like, if I pick a WIP and chat that's 30 minutes long, then I need to work on it for another 30 minutes, you know what I mean? I'm not going to, like, try and cheat the system and be like, oh, well, I listened to a WIP and chat. But, yeah, I think that's where we're at. So, I guess that's my dime painting update. Ordering some new ones, or a new one, rather. Yeah, ordering a new one. I'm trying to think if there's any other, that WIP that I want to get it done. It's on my bingo card too, to complete all pre-2026 WIPs. And so it'll be that one, and then my Santa one. I have a big Santa one from 2023 that I want to get done. And I'm going to kit him up in July. I am going to do, I don't know if there's like an official Christmas in July event, but I'm going to do my own. I know there's a Christmas in July, like, readathon. I'm pretty sure somebody does like a Christmas in July themed readathon, and so I'm going to do that. Basically, even if there isn't, so like, even if I can't find what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure there was one last year. But even if I can't find like a diamond painting event or anything, or a reading event that is Christmas in July themed, I think I'm going to run my own Christmas in July. And I will kit up Santa in July, and then all through July I will work on him and listen to Christmas books, and do some other, I don't know, Christmassy things, just because that sounds fun, and it will give me more than 1 month to work on Santa. But the caveat to this is that if I don't have Santa done, which I wonder if I could actually kit Santa up in my bottle storage. I might try. But the caveat to that is if I don't have Santa done by the end of July, then he will get put away until December. And the event that I usually take part in December is Jingle Drills. I know it's being hosted by someone else this year. The last couple years it was hosted by Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights. And I know that at the end of Jingle Drills 2025, she put that someone else, like in her last video for it, she put that someone else was hosting it for 2026. So I don't know if rules are changing for that. Like, I don't know if maybe, okay, so most of the time the rule is you have to have a fresh start, you have to have a finish, like for grand prize purposes, you have to have a fresh start and a finish. And actually I don't want to do that one yet. And I'm trying to think what other ones. I think there's like a certain size it has to be. I think it has to be like a 30 by 30, which that's, or a 20 by 20, something like that. That's never been an issue for me. Like, I've never had that issue of not like having a big enough canvas. So I don't remember what the canvas size is. I feel like it was a 20. I feel like the size requirement was 20 by 20 because I did a 20 by 20 last year and it was eligible for grand prize. And if I remember correctly, I was like, oh, this will be easy to like knock out because it was a round. And then I had another round because I had a larger Mrs. Butter D. I did Christmas Candy Shop for that event as well, and I didn't get that one done until January. So I was happy with myself that I had gotten the other one done because the other one was called From Santa, and it was like a Christmas dog, and he was way more like Christmas coded than I felt like Christmas Candy Shop was. Like, Christmas Candy Shop definitely was Christmas. Like, it had nutcrackers and a gingerbread house and what else did it have in it? It had like a nutcracker, a gingerbread house, a Christmas tree, but it wasn't like, because of the way that Mrs. Butter D does her color palette, it was a very like pastel Christmas. Like, it literally just looked like if you took out all the Christmassy stuff, it would have literally just looked like a candy shop. Like, it was just a candy shop that was clearly set up like for Christmas. I hope that makes sense. Like, if you'd taken out all the Christmassy stuff, like if you'd taken out like the gingerbread house and all that, it would have just looked like a candy shop, you know what I mean? So I had worked on that one into January. That was a January finish. Also, speaking of dime painting updates, I am going to have a really weird quarter in review. So I thought about this the other day. So originally my quarter in review was going to be January, February, March. And then I was thinking about this the other day when I couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know what? It doesn't make sense to do it that way. Like, it makes more sense to do it the quarters in seasons. So that would be like winter, spring, summer, fall, right? So for me, winter would be December, January, February. The problem is I included because I didn't think about this like ahead of time, I included my December finishes in my year in review. So you've already seen my December finishes. So because you've already seen my December finishes, I'm not going to show them to you again. So you're only going to get, so technically it's not even going to be a quarter in review. It's going to be a bi-monthly in review, but I'm still going to call it a quarter in review. It's just that you're only going to see my January, February finishes. That's how I'm going to do it. Now, that means that also on Instagram, it's going to look really weird, and I'm going to have to put that in my caption because I am going to do like a stagnant post, like a carousel post on Instagram for this as well that includes like books and stuff. The one here on the channel will only have diamond paintings in it, probably because I didn't really play any games January or February, and I didn't do any Lego kits, so it will only have that. And y'all voted that you didn't really want a repeat of like all the books that I read, because I already talked about those in my week in the life vlogs. So if you're wanting to see like every book I read, my suggestion is to follow me on Pagebound, or to follow me on Instagram, because I'll just post a carousel and that will have like books, games, diamond paintings, all of that in the carousel post, so it'll be easy to like see and find, and I'll put like ratings and all of that. So yeah, but I'm going to only do January and February, and then in May, at the end of May, I will do March, April, and May all together. That will be my spring edit, I guess, if you will, my spring month in review. And then my summer month in review will be June, July, August. Now, this kind of saddens me because I do consider August to be like fake fall, I guess, because the kids go back to school in August. So to me, August has always been fall. I know for most people it is summer, so that's how it's going to be on the thing, is it's going to be part of summer. And then September, October, November will be fall. And then November will also be the end of my diamond painting year. So so in 2026, you will not see my, when I do my year in review for 2026, you won't see December finishes, and that is because December will be counted with January and February in 2027. So yeah, and I also think that this works really well for me personally, because my birthday is in November. My birthday is at the beginning of November. So I actually do my life reset, like my yearly reset. I do that in November because I turn another year older. You know, a birthday to me is a new beginning. This might be different if like my birthday was like in the middle of the year or something, but it's not. So it's really at the end of the year, so it works to do it this way. So my diamond painting year will finish in November. So that way, when y'all see it and you're like, girl, how are you doing a diamond painting year in review in November? Now you can be getting a heads up. And I will remind everyone, like, as it gets closer, that that's what we're doing. But yeah, my diamond painting year will end in November. Now, my reading year will not. My reading year will still end in December. Just simply because I technically don't do a quarter in review for reading. Now that means that it's gonna look different on Instagram, but like over here, just know that like my reading year did end in December, and I will still be posting like I have like a highlight on my Instagram that's like 2025 books and like 2026 year in books or whatever. That will still get updated, and December will count in that. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Just, I don't know, for ease, I guess. And really, it probably doesn't even matter. Like, people probably don't even care. Because most people actually voted for a month in review format for Instagram. So I am actually probably going to do a month in review format for Instagram and a quarter in review format for over here. So it actually, now that I think about it, it won't really matter on Instagram because it won't be 3 months mashed together over there. It will be monthly. So I do have to play a little bit of catch up. I should have gotten that vote like at the end of 2026, and I just didn't think, or 2025, and I just didn't think about it. But I'm going to do a month in review over there anyway, so I'm going to, so it won't really even reflect the way that it will over here, but it will look stranger over here. So I do have to play, like I said, a little bit of catch up over on Instagram. I need to do my January and my February month in reviews. I didn't think people wanted month in reviews, so I didn't do them. But I mean, it will take me very little time to put a month in review together, especially because I'll do books and diamond paintings, and that's how I'll break it up, just so that it's there. Let me think, what else? Is there anything else? Okay, let's go over books, I guess, really quick. So I am reading the rest of the story. I'm not going to tell you what I think of it, really, because it's for a project that should, I hope, will be coming out in the next, I don't know. I can't give you a time, but I'm hoping in the next couple of months. It's my Reading My Friend's Favorite Books project, so if you're new here and you've never watched that, there is a whole playlist on my channel. I think at this point I have done 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done 5. I'm pretty sure the one I'm doing now is number 6. So I will, yeah, I really like doing that project, but it does take me a little bit of time. So if you're new here, what is that symbol? Oh, it's an E. If you're new here and you don't know what the Reading My Friend's Favorite Books project is, it's exactly what it sounds like. I read my friend's favorite books. The friends that participate, they each give me 4 to 6 books. I think every friend so far has given me 6. And I read them and we try to see if we're compatible. Now, it's just a fun project, okay? It's nothing serious. I mean, I've had a couple of friends where I DNF'd a book that they gave me, or I gave it a really low rating, and I talked to that friend before I just put that on the interwebs. But all my friends have been really gracious about it. When I have said, hey, I'm not vibing, and DNF'd, or if I've said, like, listen, I finished this, but, like, the rating is not ideal. But I've had fun doing this. I started doing this project, I think, in 2022. I think I did start it the same year that I was on the internet. But the first video may not have come out until 2023. I don't remember. But I've always had fun doing this video just because it's interesting to see the friends that have given me books and who I've agreed with and who maybe we have a little bit different taste. It also makes it so that I have to read out of my comfort zone, because I have them give me books that they liked, I don't have them give me recommendations. I hope that makes sense. So they're giving me books that they enjoyed, not books that they think I will enjoy. Like, this is not a recommendations video. Like, it's not, okay, so I've already done Brittany, so I can use Brittany as an example. It's not like Brittany recommends me books or Leandra recommends me books, both of which I've done, for this project. It's give me books that you really enjoyed, whether you think I will enjoy them or not, because the whole point is to see if our reading taste is compatible. So, like, for Leandra, she gave me books that were out of my comfort zone. Leandra reads a lot more sci-fi and cozy mysteries than I do. And I've always gone to Leandra for cozy mystery recommendations. Like, if I'm looking for, like, if I'm wanting to read a cozy mystery and I need a recommendation of a good one, I do go to Leandra's channel. I send other people to Leandra's channel. She is just who I think of when I think of, like, cozy mysteries. She's also who I think of a lot of times when I think of certain sci-fi books. And she gave me some books that were very much out of my comfort zone, but I know that at the time that I did hers, she was the highest rated friend. I really liked the books that she gave me, even the ones that were a bit out of my comfort. So yeah, so that's always good. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else. What other book am I reading? Oh, I still need to finish Beneath the Stands. I am gonna finish that one. I also am really struggling with Pride and Prejudice. I reached out to one of my friend groups, and I was like, listen, y'all, I'm too stupid for this book. I don't think that's true. I don't think I'm actually too stupid. I think that I just am not understanding the language in which it's written. Here's the thing. My favorite classic of all time is Jane Eyre. And Jane Eyre is not necessarily an easy classic to read. And so it was suggested to me that I go watch an adaptation, or rewatch an adaptation rather, because I'm pretty sure I've seen the 1995 adaptation of Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth in it, because I started it last night, and because it's on Hulu for anyone who cares. And I started watching it, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. So I'm pretty sure I have seen it. It's from 1995. And oh, we got this done in an hour, y'all. Look at that. All done. Cute. How cute is that? Okay, I am going to I do think I'm gonna not rip up, that's not great. I do have a little bit more to talk about, so I am going to go ahead, and this is going to be a little bit over an hour just because I talked a lot in the beginning, but look how cute that is. Oh, cutie disco ball. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to work on this little section that's right here just while we're talking, just so I have something to work on while we're talking. So let me just pause you, and I'm going to switch things out really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Let me make sure that you are, I just want to make sure you're like, I think I moved it too much. Let's see if we can like zoom a bit more. Oops, I don't want to get my hand in the way here. Okay, I'm going to try to like, because I'm going to work on this little section here while we finish this up. So I'm just trying to get you moved in such a way that it makes sense. Okay, hold on. All right, I think we are adjusted. Okay. All right, so we're gonna work on this little section while we finish this up. Like I said, I just had to get the tripod adjusted. It's a little bit different when I'm on my phone filming, since I'm using like a different way of, okay, so there we go. All right, so what was I saying? Okay, books, that's what we were talking about. So actually I gotta keep that out because I need to take a picture of it. Okay, so books. Okay, so I'm using my Bijou Bliss. Excuse me. I'm using my Bijou Bliss trays here. These are the ones that I generally use for larger canvases. I just prefer, I love my Bijou Bliss trays. So anyways, apparently I didn't get all of the diamonds poured out of this earlier, but I know which color I was using, so it's fine. Also I'm a chronic overpourer, so don't judge me. Anyways, what was I saying? Okay, so books. Pride and Prejudice, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, so I have been watching, I started that last night to maybe try to help myself understand what's going on. I just feel like when I'm listening to the audiobook, I tried immersion reading, I tried just listening to the audio, I tried just reading the ebook. I just don't, I'm like not grasping like what's going on, and I really think that it's the language in the book, but I've got, like, I know that I can figure this out. Like, it's just that because I love Jane Eyre, and Jane Eyre is written in similar language, so I know that I'm not actually too dumb for this book. I just am struggling for some reason. So yeah, I started the 1995 adaptation, and I'm not really sure at this moment what the appeal of Mr. Darcy is. He kind of is an asshole, but trust in the process. Yeah, for some reason I thought that I had read Pride and Prejudice. I don't think I actually have. I think that I have seen adaptations for Pride and Prejudice, and so I don't know. I definitely am pretty sure I've seen the adaptation that I'm watching right now. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen it like years ago because it feels familiar to me. But like I said, it is on Hulu/Disney Plus, which I do have in this house because I have a child who loves a good Disney movie. And so now that they are like phasing out Hulu as an app, they do like the bundle thing. And so this year I did go ahead and re-up with the bundle. Last year I was just paying for just Disney Plus, but it doesn't seem like it gives you that option any longer. Like, you have to bundle it with Hulu, which is fine. It gives me like twice as many shows. I can watch like Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice, which I've never actually watched Private Practice, so I'm thinking about trying and watching it in conjunction with the rewatch, because currently I'm at the spot where the rewatch, like, I'm in the spot in my rewatch of Grey's Anatomy where it coincides with Private Practice, and then I think Station 19 also coincides because it has Bailey's second husband in it, I'm pretty sure, or something. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that I can watch Station 19 and I can watch Private Practice, like, at the same time. Kind of like you do with, like, the Vampire Diaries. What is that called? In tandem. I'm pretty sure I can watch them in tandem. So, I'm going to look into that. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I'm reading? The rest of the story, we talked about that one. That's a male hockey romance. I don't think I said that part. I'm trying to think. What else am I reading? Pride and Prejudice, we already talked about that. Beneath the Stands, that's an Emily McIntyre book. And I'm liking it. It's good. I think that I sort of, so because I was already reading, so Brittany had gotten a hold of me and said that she was ready to do Revolve, and Beneath the Stands is also sports romance. It's basketball romance, and I'm not like a huge basketball romance girly. I tend to do hockey romance, which Beneath the Stars is the first one in that series, and that one was like friends to enemies to lovers, or friends to lovers to enemies to friends to lovers. I don't know, it was very complicated. And that one was not actually like a sports romance. That one, our main female character was a dancer, I believe, and then our male character was construction. Like, I'm pretty sure he was doing construction, like, on the studio she worked at. I'm pretty sure that was a storyline. This one is a basketball romance between the FMC from Beneath the Stands, her best friend, and her brother. So it's a best friend's brother. sister's best friend book. Also kind of enemies to lovers. Well, it is enemies to lovers. It's contemporary romance. So I am enjoying that one. The storyline for that is that our FMC is away at college, and she needs a job because she tells her dad, because she went to Florida to go to college. And she tells her dad she's not coming home after the summer, like, after, like, graduation, I think. And he was like, yes, you are, blah, blah, blah. If you're not coming home, then I'm not paying your way. So essentially she has to find a job. So she gets a job on campus with the men's basketball team. And her best friend's brother is, like, the new, I think he's, like, the new assistant coach or something. So, like, that's a whole thing. And, yeah, loving that one so far. I'm not very far into it. I think 20-ish%. But I am liking it. I just need to get back to listening to it. Contemporary romance is one of those things where, like, sometimes I'll start them and, like, as audiobooks, and then I forget about them, and then I just pick them back up wherever I left off. That's kind of where I'm at. But I think that's it as far as, like, books that I'm currently reading. I need to get with Margaret because we're supposed to read the second Revenant Chronicles book. So I need to get with her and read that. And then I also, let me make sure I got all these out because I didn't get them all out earlier today. And then I also need to pick up the second Dungeon Crawler Carl book. Maybe I'll listen to that while I work on that kit that I don't really want to work on. I really liked the first one. I give it 4 stars. It was fun, like a fun time for what it was. But I was advised by my friend Jess to not read them like super back to back. So my original plan was to pick up the second one in February, and I just did not have time to pick it up. So my plan now is to pick it up before the end of March and read it. It didn't really take me very long to read the first one. I read the first one at the end of December. It was like my second to last book of the year, I'm pretty sure. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll skip a month and then I'll pick up the second one in February. But like I said, I ran out of time. So I'm going to try to pick it up now in March. And I think it'd be fun. I loved the cat. Her name is Princess Donut. And I absolutely loved her. I will say that Jeff Hayes is the narrator, and the voices that he does, insane. Like, absolutely insane. Like, honestly, the voices that he does for each character is honestly the best part. Because every character has a different voice. Like, I actually, when I first started listening to it, I looked because I thought that it was a full cast. And it's not, it's just him. So yeah, really enjoying that. But I know there's like an 8th book, I think, coming out in the summertime. So I probably won't be completely caught up by then, but I would like to get at least like the first 4 books listened to. And like I said, they're easy enough to listen to. They are only available on audio on Audible. But I share my Audible with other people, so someone else has bought them, most of them, so I don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, so I think that's really it. I don't really have any updates on, like, I mean, I've been watching a lot of documentaries. I'll take some notes for next week on, like, which documentaries I actually watched. But because I have Hulu back, I've kind of just been playing catch up on things that I missed over the last like year or so, because I haven't had Hulu in probably close to a year. So I have been kind of playing catch up with like what I kind of missed over the last year on Hulu. So I'll go back through like my watch list and I'll take some notes. I didn't think to do that. Sorry, friends. But I'll take some notes on like what I've watched on Hulu over the last little while, and then we can talk about it next week. And yeah, I don't really have any music updates. I'm trying to think if I have any other updates. I don't think so. So I'm gonna go now because it has been a little over an hour. But we got this cutie disco ball done. So cute. I do have to take a picture of that for mini DP Madness. And then I got some more of this section done. So I will finish this up here. Still has to be covered. And then I have a couple in here. So I'll finish this section, and then I'm probably going to switch over to that kit that I don't want to work on and make myself work on it for an hour today, and then call it good on that. But that's really all that I have. Thank you, friends, so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below. And if you don't really have anything to say to me, go ahead and leave me... I don't even know if we have like a disco ball. Go ahead and leave me like a disco ball emoji or some kind of a party emoji down below, because I don't know if there's actually a disco ball and I can't like look at my phone right now because I'm filming with it. But leave me some kind of like, leave me a disco ball or some kind of party emoji down below. All my links are down there as well. Make sure to like if you liked it, subscribe if you wanna. I'm not your mom, so I can't make you, but it would help the algorithm. And also, it's a free way to support. There are a few monetary ways you can support as well in the description if you are interested in that, but please do not feel obligated to do so. And I will see y'all very soon somewhere else on the internet. Bye!